And welcome back. Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations. Let's do this. Let's get back.
I just started this off with Jenkins.
On the hell case that is this fucking case.
We're down and iffy, I'm afraid.
Yeah, which means
died.
I believe George is on Larry now.
I'm Larry.
Yeah, I think you're Larry. I'm bad.
That's fine.
So you get to... You know Johnny Bravo, George?
Yeah, but I can't do the voice, so let's go with someone else.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, sure.
Have fun.
Let's see what he does.
All right, then get ready to listen to me defeat. Fuck.
You had it.
You had something. Fuck.
I almost went there. Listen to me to defeat Edgy in a battle of wits.
Larry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest?
I don't think you stole that far.
In fact, you not win, Larry. Do it. Win.
I don't want to talk about
Fucking
it.
day.
So you think all that I wanted to do was visit Mindy?
Yes.
Well, that was correct. Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up in the chimney, but the smoke was like this thick.
Like, you
The
see how
smoke
far my
was
outs are apart?
This
thick.
It was thick AF. It was a case of
thick.
It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech.
What was the case of extra thick?
It was that too.
Extra
But then to top it all off, I've been a suspect in a murder. That's what you really mean.
Meant.
But why would I ever put myself through such humiliation on purpose?
Because you're Larry.
Hey, someone has to say something.
Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this, not as a confession, but as a testimony?
So what if I am? There must be something wrong with that. Is there something wrong with that? My claim is my claim is a claim, claiming my claim. What do you have a problem with that?
I can't help but feeling I'm being insulted. So it was you! You're my stalker! But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. I'm the devoted type of woman who's wholly focused on one man, and as long as Edgy Poo is alive, I just can't drop him and be unfaithful. No, I can't. Although earlier I attempted just a tiny witty about the Wolfman, love my dear Edgy Poo, which I passed for black rosette, came to complete
I'm so inspired.
Even though she mentioned having a husband, like, in the last episode.
His husband's probably dead, let's be honest.
You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man.
Wow. I thought I heard just something ominous just now, but perhaps this was just my imagination. As my voice completely goes, I believe there is nothing further for me to prove at this point.
What do you mean? Of course you still got something to prove. You still have to show some proof that I'm trying to meet up with Mindy.
Proof, you say?
Remember, Edgy? Everything is evidence in court, right?
You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry? But I understand your point, and I'm about to fucking make you suffer for it.
Let's see, I'm totally a pro at this now.
Everything is evidence
Very
in
well,
court.
if you wish to see the evidence, then let me show you the last piece of evidence you will ever wish to see.
It's time for the last card you'll ever see!
I armorless the tormentor.
Oh wait, what? No, don't press it. It's fun. Well, I guess
Well, I have been saying that for a while now. After all, if not for that, then for what other reason did you wish to go down that chimney?
You can't say that without any evidence. That's against the rules, Edgy.
Not so fast! Thanks for keeping prosecutor in line for me, Mr. Suspect.
I have the evidence, and if you wish to see it that badly, I can introduce you to.
Ah,
get
but
you
it's not
acquainted.
good to keep them waiting, my subordinates. How do you show them already?
Lies! All lies, Edgy.
Well, if you wish to lie, then by all means continue. Because I'm ready to expose your lies at a moment's notice.
You won't get the better of me. Now let's see.
Well, I think the first evidence
It's
is
the
like...
first. It's the
thing?
first statement, but I wanted to present.
Yeah, but you were dumbass and went left instead of right.
Yeah, it's this.
Man,
What about your center?
who knows, dude? Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter.
Hey, Hey, what are you showing that thing to me?
George EXE has stopped working.
Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight, your loving night. There, isn't that just romantic?
But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember a thing.
You can pretend to be ignorant all you like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady, but rather that you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit. Is obvious, it's the bloody...
It's this bit, isn't it?
Yeah, the one that's obvious in eye. Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. Your handwriting's trash. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again.
What the heck? What the heck are you talking about? Speak English! English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I didn't. Sorry, in Morse code, damn it. You're Mindy so sloppy it became Wendy to the average eye.
Hey, stop picking on me. It's so embarrassing.
There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they? For perfect. But that'll have to wait until we're off this crime scene.
You saved me from the scary man.
I want to punch him.
There is no salvaging your ass, Larry. But I suppose I can if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake.
Wait, taking off my jumper.
Ooh.
What? Sorry?
You stripping?
What
Yes.
is that? Oh, taking off clothes, okay.
Taking off my jumper.
Still clothes.
Getting horny. Take off your clothes.
George on the level of the showing ankle.
I'm not a whore.
Now, George, we both know that's a lie.
Ooh. That wasn't me.
That's
Sorry,
what they
speaks
said.
for me.
Come again. Let's not talk about that.
It's a fake. Someone's out to get me, so they made that fake letter
Oh my fucking Christ.
to set me up.
Accept your defeat graciously.
But you guys are being so mean.
You're asking for it, Larry. Penmanship analysis. Korsky analysis.
What's that?
It's the thing that fucks you over.
Well, Skipper, I say that this man is rather fucked. That's all I got there. No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this sample to another letter of yours. Whoops. And we'll know soon enough who that sent this letter.
I'll never write another thing in my life.
It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight. For you've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting. A sample. His autograph and our mysterious letter. We'll answer questions soon enough.
Say that again, Lawrence, sorry.
If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our questions soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure.
I'm sorry.
Now me reminds that one top that song remix of David Cameron saying "I'm sorry," but they just made it a song. It's like,
That's
sorry,
terrible.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't remember what the context was. I'll be honest. It's so long ago. I think it was like what?
I think he was
ages,
apologizing
like
for not making universities free after he promised to do it.
Oh, I see.
I did it. It was me causing trouble again. I admit it. Hit the nail right on the head, Edgy.
Sorry, give me a second. I did it. Hit the nail on the head. So he finally confesses.
I saw the pink princess being carried in the stretcher and got worried, alright? I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice did I have? It was the chimney or bust, Edgy.
Have you tried waiting?
Have
No.
you tried not being a simp?
Your mind jumps from the door to the chimney? What a criminally overactive imagination.
Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way she wouldn't be so shocked when I came down for the chimney.
Except for the fact the letter was an utter failure of conveying said sentiment.
I'm really, really sorry.
Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. The sentence was over like 10 years ago. How I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me. Because at the very least, I can attest to that about you.
Edgy? You're...
We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. What?
Oh.
In any case, I believe we can say that we now know exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Butts sought to climb down the chimney, not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door. Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Although
Okay,
I
Chaz.
still find it a bit unbelievable that the two of you are friends. But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet, so don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay?
Oh, shit.
Hey, what? Edgy, what does that Wolfman think? Mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet?
Lawrence?
He means the murder weapon.
There we go.
Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head.
That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect after all. We may have figured out where he was and what he was doing all night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene, as long as there was no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on his bite.
What if I offered him a ball that he can catch? Or fetch.
Give it a go. Edgy, that guy. He looks like he's seriously about to take a bite of me.
I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial.
With the cooperation of our lovely bumbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you've got.
I can easily point out the contradiction in the supposed murder weapon, but the real problem for me is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble, but it's one game I cannot afford to lose.
Game on!
Do you summon a John Yellow in your first turn?
Fuck off. I was the one who found the body of the victim Damask number 2. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect Larry Butts, in here too.
I'm pretty sure it's a fake weapon. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership?
But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
If you're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney, we've already established that.
Not so fast! Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? Oh, you
Ray!
went there.
You dude, we were in the room the entire time with you standing there! You're accusing me of fabricating evidence?
If the shoe fits, wear it. You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do.
This man has some serious issues with prosecutors.
But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy?
We can't vouch for that, though.
Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you, or me for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. I don't know why, but I feel like I turned into Yugi or something. Like I've lost the plot.
Jesus Christ.
Like Yami, sorry, Yami. Well, here's the problem with that, because it's
We
like
have to ask him about the sword.
Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood?
Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and the smell of blood, of course.
You didn't spell it.
And according to the tests, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword.
But you didn't spell it. This last statement is too important just to let slip by.
He was beaten to death with the sword.
Present. I thought we present on that previous one.
Oh,
no, there it is. It's hollow. It should be hollow, shouldn't it?
yeah.
Do you know what this is, Agent Lang?
Is it your sandwich?
You mean the one you haven't given me?
It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. You should put it between two loaves of bread and swallow it. No, I'm joking. Piercing, mowing people down, spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history. It's the next most effective weapon after the whip.
I think the whip is in a slightly different category.
No, it's clearly a weapon.
Yeah, but not a sharp one. It's
clearly a sharp
lashing
weapon. It's better than the sword.
It does like a whole d4 damage, to be fair.
Rob's gritting his teeth now as he tries to say whip better than the sword.
Yeah, the whip is mightier than the sword. What blasphemy! Ah, my throat. So, what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon?
No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
The way it's bent?
Precisely. Apparently a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in the embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are now hollow. In other words, their replicas aren't strong enough to deal a damaging blow. Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet there is not even a single dent on the sword. How do you explain that?
Yeah.
Sorry, sounds like Uncle Roger joke.
Yeah.
I
know, it's not Uncle. Just Uncle. Sorry. Yeah.
There you go on, George.
Oh yeah, the sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so you know they bend easily. But I wish I was making out of better stuff because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move.
You know why they call it that?
Because it's the early summer rain jab move.
No, because they do it too early, so they can never show it.
Man, I got such an earful for the director of the play for not doing it on the show.
You did the samurai sushi slice.
The Steel Samurai's special move was changed tonight because of him. What do you think, Edworth?
Youch!
That's more than enough of your Winnie. That's more than enough of your whiny whimpering. Now, back on the topic of the spear.
Like a horse whinnies.
Yeah.
Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. Who killed Mustard in the courtroom? This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se, so all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. If these are smart, not very clever.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor.
How humble.
Even though I technically am. Plus, I doubt his record of 40 years win streak will ever be broken.
I'm sorry, what? Are we just gonna... Huh?
As in more than over 40 years, you dumb fuck. As in beating it, as in like, world record. But perhaps it's for the best that it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Oh, he's shit-talking the karma. Objection! What a foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's
What?
a
But if he
job of a
hates to
prosecutor
lose?
to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court.
Wait, sorry. Francisca, sorry, slow down. If he's a foolish fool who hates to lose, why is he saying you should shouldn't focus on winning all the time? Like, you hate to lose, don't you? Like,
There
what?
is nothing more important in this world than the perfect victory.
What comment did you learn? Nothing from Game 2. That may be your opinion, however, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I presume is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet. Then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
Not so fast! You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor, but you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed the Mask 2 without bending it. So what do you think of my hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need.
Of course! What I need is evidence against Agent Lang. Sorry, even Lang can't refuse. This is it. It's time to bring out this to a close.
It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone, and under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon?
I'm pretty sure we're going to suggest the statue.
Yep.
How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory?
As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. Okay.
Except one.
Yeah. Fine.
Is it you know who?
Yep. And we've managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is this sword.
You have no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
Not so fast. If you've got something to say, then say it the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you.